Hi everyone, my name is Christine Otero. I am a second grade teacher here in Tampa, Florida, and today I'm going to show you how to create banners and buttons for your Canvas homepage. Today is a video all about just designing them. I'll have another video for how to input them into your actual canvas, but I just want a video just for designing it because I know this is a learning process for everybody and it's a lot of information to take in. And I just also want to point out that please pause the video if you need to. Don't feel like if I'm going too fast, you can very much pause it. In fact, I suggest it, especially while we're designing. So we're going to go ahead and get started. The website that I use to create everything is Canva, canva.com. It's a website where you can create different presentations, I know some people create worksheets, they create flyers, posters, all kinds of things that you can use Canva to create it. It is free, but there is a Canva Pro option that costs money. And all it includes is it has extra things that you can add to your design, whatever it is that you're creating. But I just wanted to start off by saying that teachers do get Canva Pro for free. So if you go to canva.com/education, there is some information about it, and you can apply to get Canva Pro for free. And I think that's great. The way that I created my banner and my buttons was with Canva Pro, and that was only because I was using my old email address for college. So I applied for it as a teacher with my teacher email address. I haven't gotten any information back. So for now, I'm going to show you how to make your banner and your button using the regular Canva, the free Canva. That way I'm not setting you guys up for disappointment when you go to look for things on how to design it. So obviously the first thing that you want to do is go to canva.com, and you're going to want to register for an account if you don't already have one. I went ahead and I logged into my account, and like I said, just want to reiterate, I am using a Canva free account. I'm not using the Pro. That way you guys know what to expect. Once you're all registered and logged in, your screen is going to look something like this. I first want to point out that over here on the left, it says all your designs. And that is where any of the designs you ever create, so all your banners and your buttons, they're going to be right here where it says all your designs. So the first thing that we want to do is we want to go to the right, top right, and it says create a design. Click on that. And we're going to do custom dimensions. Now, these dimensions I got from the training that my district provided for Canvas. I'm not sure what other people use, if people use other things, but this is just what my district said that we use, and this is just what I always use for all of my buttons. So our width is going to be 1200, and the height's going to be 314. And once you've got that, you're going to click Create New Design. Okay, let's go over all these fun little things that it has over here on the left side. First of all, it's got the templates open, but you don't need it open because you have a template already. Your template is this. We just entered the dimensions for it. So uploads is where any image that you bring into your banner or your buttons or your design in general, that's where all the images are going to go. They're going to be under upload, so you'll always be able to find them. If you are using Bitmojis for your Canvas stuff, your Bitmojis will show up under uploads. So it's nice because then you don't have to go back into your Bitmoji over here. You don't have to go back in there. You can just look over here on uploads and find one that you recently used. Photos are a bunch of photos that Canva provides that you may use if you'd like. Elements are essentially stickers. That's what I think of them. That's what they pretty much are. It's different things that you can add just to kind of bring out some, I guess, originality, make it a little cuter for you. I just want to also point out these little tiaras, it means that it's part of Canva Pro. So you won't get it unless you pay money for it. So like this one's only $1. I think there might be some that are a little bit more. I don't know. And that's if you really want to pay for it. But text is where you're going to click on either add a heading, add a subheading, or add a little body of text. And a body of text will show up. Or you can click on these, and what's nice about these is that they have like special effects on them. They have fonts already chosen for you and the colors. So if you like the way one of these look, you can just click on it and it'll pop up there. So that's nice, but I typically just use add a heading. Music you probably wouldn't use, but it's to add music to your design. Same thing with videos. And then background is where you're gonna look for all your backgrounds for your stuff. So I would say your first step to create one of these is to look for a background that you like. I'm personally going to use a lighter color background, so I'm going to choose white. And actually I want to point out, your recently used backgrounds are going to come up here. But I just want to show you, when I type in white, these are all the options that pop up for me. But like I said, I like using the white ones. But actually, you know what? I'm going to get creative and I'm going to use the sky one. And let me show you something that you can do as well. You can click on it, double click it, and now you see that the whole background is showing on your small banner. You can drag it up and down. So maybe you don't like the pink clouds, but maybe you like the more of like a purplish bluish sky with some clouds on it. You can drag it up and down to do that. I'm gonna keep it like right here. And once you're done dragging it around, you just click done. Now, I would say the next step is to add some text, because you want to have the text in there. That way, once you start adding your elements and your Bitmoji, if you want, you know how to adjust it. So we're going to click on add a heading. And I'm going to type, welcome to Miss Otero's class. And remember, pause at any moment if you are trying to figure anything out, trying to find the right background, trying to find the right, maybe you're searching through all the fonts and all that stuff. So please pause. I'm going to go right over here at the top. It's just like in Word or in PowerPoint. You have like your little toolbar. You got your font, your fonts, your sizes. This is here your text color. You can make it bold, italics, underline, alignments, uppercase, a list, your spacing, and then these effects you can add to it. So maybe I want a shadow, or maybe I want it to look lifted, or maybe I want it hollowed, or splice, echo, glitch, and neon. But I'm going to do, for this one, I like doing the echo, and I like to set my direction to 0 and my offset to 15. And then I'm going to choose my color. I'm going to do white. So it kind of just looks a little different. Actually, I'm going to do this purplish color. And because it's not showing up a lot, I'm going to change this a little bit. There we go. So now it's got a little bit of an echo on it. So now what I'm going to do is pick a font that I like. I recently used this one, but I don't think I want all of my text to say that. And so the only thing that does kind of suck about this is that if you want, let's say I only want the word welcome to be in this font, you're going to have to go back to text and add another text box in it. So that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to type in welcome, and I'm going to change it to this font. And I'm going to make it a little bigger. And the text boxes on Canva are really weird. So they don't, you have to move them around a lot. Like this way, it'll come out like this. You just have to drag it out. I always just drag it to make it just fit. That way I know exactly how much room I have. This one, I'm going to look through here, and you can see all these little tiaras. It just means that you can't use it for free. So I'm actually going to use, where did it go? Oh, I like this one. I don't know why I do, I just do. So I'm going to make it large. And again, see, it kind of turns out weird. You just have to drag on the white little line. And I don't like the way the echo looks now. So I'm going to go back into effects, and I'm going to change my echo back to that 15 that I originally had. Actually, let's change it to 25. Still, see, it still kind of like hurts my eyes. 20 is good. So that's how mine is gonna look. I'm actually gonna make the font just a little bit bigger, maybe 104. And you can, if you want it just a little bit smaller than 104, but maybe 96 is too small for you, just click on the actual number instead of the arrow, and your little cursor should look like that, where it's like a line instead of the arrow, and just type in what you want. So I'm going to have my welcome over here, and I'm actually going to make this a little bigger as well. And the more I look at it, the more I still don't like my effect on it. So maybe I'll just change the color to a white. There we go. That looks good. And I'm actually going to have an echo on this, but again, I'm going to change this to 0, this to 15, and this to white. All right, now that I have that, now we can start adding some stickers. So you're going to click on elements, and you can look through here, or you can search for something specifically. So I want a rainbow, so I'm going to type in rainbow, and there's all these different rainbows that pop up that are so cute. So I really like this one, and I had this one initially on my banner, but then I wanted a pineapple instead. And a rainbow is going to look good in clouds, so that's what I'm going to do. And let me show you a really cool trick. If you click on an element, and let's say I don't like the green color, I want a different color. What's cool is that anything that you have in your design is going to pop up here. So maybe I want the banner to match my background. You can change it to pop up on, like, you can make it match the colors that are on your background or any of the other elements. So for example, I changed the colors of these banners, and I made the pineapple match the banners. But that's just me liking it a certain way. So I'm going to actually go back and I'm going to put the green again, but I'm actually going to change maybe the yellow to a purple. No. Ooh, I kind of like that one. Oh, there we go. See, that looks really good. So now that's there. And now I want to add a Bitmoji. If you don't have your Bitmoji extension installed on your Google Chrome, I highly suggest that you do that. And I'm going to type in hi. Actually, I'm going to do like a waving one. And we're going to copy this one. So you're going to right click, copy image. And now I'm going to Command V, and it prints. I'm going to make it a little bigger, and I'm going to put it right here in the corner. And I'm going to make it as big as I can. Actually, I'm just going to leave it right there. Perfect. So now once you're all done with your banner, you want to save it. So I'm going to click download. And that's going to pop up. Now it's down here on the bottom. So now your banner is all done. So just to show you guys, again, I'm on my home page. And if I go to all your designs, I'm going to see my banner that I designed, which is nice. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to create a button now. So I'm going to click create a design. And the dimensions for your button is going to be 524 by 292. Again, this is just the dimensions that my district provided us during our training. Now, I want my button to match the same background, but obviously you don't have to choose that. And what's nice is that your recently used backgrounds are going to be there, so you don't have to go searching for it. It's already there. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to add my text, and you can design it to however you like. So I'm going to have this one to be all about Miss Otero. I'm going to change the font. I like using Architect's Daughter for the buttons just because it's easy to read, especially because the buttons are a little smaller. All about Miss Otero. I'm going to make it a little smaller, and I'm actually going to put a space there. I'm going to center it. And just to make it simple, I'm just going to add a Bitmoji, but please feel free to add whatever kind of Bitmojis or Bitmoji elements / stickers that you want to add, of horse. So there's my Bitmoji. And I'm going to actually put this right here. Okay. And just for the purpose of this, obviously, it's going to look a little plain. I'm going to add a little effect to it. I like my echo. I don't know why. I just do. And we're going to do white. All right. Now I'm going to download this again. And there it is. Ignore this. I promise you just have to ignore it every time. So here are 2 ways to make it easier on you when it comes to creating new buttons and banners. So let's say I have this button created. I love the font. I love the background. I love everything. All I want to be able to do is change the text, but I don't want to lose this button. There are 2 different things that you can do. You can either click right here where this little 2 pieces of paper are and duplicate the page. So basically you're making a copy of it. But the only issue with this is that now when I click download, it has all pages and I'm going to have to pick which page I want if I only want one of them. And when you do that, you have your name of your design up here when you download it. So let's say I change this to a Zoom page, right? Zoom. When I click download and I want to download page 2 is just going to be called All About Miss Otero 2. And I'll show you that. See? All About Miss Otero. And it just has the number, it has a number 1 next to it. So what I like to do instead, I like to go to home over here. I like to go to all your designs. And it's not showing up right away because it just generates, but I promise your button is there. And I know that's my button because it says All About Miss Otero. And just to show you, it's there. It saves automatically, which is really nice. So what I like to do is I like to go to all my designs and I like to click hover my mouse over this, and I like to click on these 3 dots. And I'm going to click on make a copy. So now it's making a copy of this banner, and you don't have to wait for it to pop up. You can click on it right away. And now my banner's there. So maybe I want to have a click here to start button. So now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take this, oops. And look, there's a backward button too, which is very nice. But now I'm going to take this and I'm just going to change it to click here to start. And now when you save it, it will be so much easier to find it on your computer because when you save it and download it to your computer, it's going to download with that new name. So I always suggest going to where it says home and just going to all your designs and making a copy of your design from this page instead. Okay. It shows welcome to Miss Otero's class, but I promise it's not. I actually just refreshed the page and now it shows what I created, but I promise it's there. It's kind of like Google Drive and how everything saves automatically. And again, I'm going to show you once again, I'm going to make a copy of this and it pops up at the top. That way all my dimensions are set, the same background is there, and I can delete one of these pages and I can just change this and change the name up here. Also, you can always just change the name while you're looking at all your designs. So you can change it right here. So I'm going to put like banner for daily lessons, like that, and that's really convenient as well. Okay, the last thing that I want to show you for creating your buttons and your banners, if you don't like that it's a rectangle, maybe you want it to be a curved edge, or maybe you want a different shape or anything like that, you first need to open up PowerPoint. And you're going to open up blank presentation. We're going to delete the text boxes so that they're not in our way. You are going to click on Insert, and then click on Pictures and Picture from File. You're going to upload the picture that you want, or the button or whatever that you want to change. So let's say I'm going to do it to my banner. Now you want to go to picture format, make sure you're there. you're going to go to quick styles. I think for some people it comes up as picture styles instead, but you want to click there. And these are all the different options that you can choose from. So maybe you want like a little white frame around it. Obviously, if you want like a circle or an oval, it's not really, you'll have to just play around more with your Canva design. But usually what I pick for my buttons at least is this bevel rectangle, and that adds the curved edges. So now you want to right click on your image and you're going to click save as picture. And then I'm just going to label it as Canva banner test because that's what I'm doing. And make sure, my computer always wants to take it to the pictures, and then I always forget when I'm trying to upload it to Canvas where the heck I saved it. So just make sure you save it somewhere that you know. So like I'm going to save it to downloads. And that is it. So I hope that little tutorial was helpful for you all. I'm going to make another video that's all about how to actually put them on your canvas. So stay tuned for that.